Worldwide, the search term side hustle has increased 2,850% since records began. On YouTube alone, if you search for side hustle videos, 14.5 million videos will come up. In this video, I'm going to explain how you can't just start a side hustle to get rich, but instead you need to focus on starting a side hustle to identify ways to make money that you can build into proper passive long-term businesses. That in turn is what is going to make you rich, not just financially, but in time. That might all sound a little confusing, but hear me out for a moment. Over the next few minutes, that statement is going to start making a whole lot more sense. The first thing you should ask when working your way through those 14.5 million side hustle videos online is question, who the hell is the person you're listening to, that you're watching? No offense to builders, but I'm not going to go to a builder to fix a broken arm, and I'm not going to go to a doctor to help me build my house. I'm going to share my personal experience of turning a side hustle in my early 20s into a tangible 7-figure business by the time I hit my 30s. So how do I do it? I've broken that down into 3 steps to follow, from finding a side hustle to converting it to real wealth. If you follow these steps, I'm confident you've got a good chance to make this work. Step 1, let's start with what I think side hustles are actually great for. The thing you need to bear in mind is 90% of startups will fail at some point. So if you throw a dice, you're not going to bet your life that you're going to strike 6 on the first throw. But if I asked you the likelihood of hitting 6 or striking 6, if you could throw that dice not once, but 60 times, you're probably going to place the odds at 100%. This is what makes a side hustle magnificent, because the definition of a side hustle is work performed that a person takes in addition to their primary job in order to supplement their income. So side hustles are a great way of throwing that dice, trying different ideas time and time again until you strike 6 without having to take the risk of leaving your day job. If you're serious about doing that, these are the steps I took to get started. Step 1, follow the 50-50 rule. Every moment you aren't at work, making money for someone else, spend 50% of your time at least researching and exploring side hustles. So that means if you've got a couple of hours free before you go to bed, don't put on Netflix. Make sure you spend at least 1 hour figuring what you're going to test out. Step 2, when you have a side hustle idea, spend that same time testing it works while spending as little money as possible trying it. The massive trap people fall into is they spend a whole load of time and money testing a side hustle. You've got to think creatively. Elon Musk got over 1 million pre-orders for the Cybertruck based on a concept. He hadn't mass produced it yet. He hadn't built a single car. He sold a concept. Do you think he would have followed through to manufacture without that huge support up front? Step 3, fail quickly and repeat. Remember, 90% of businesses fail, so get used to failure. Learn, move on, try again, and keep going until you strike gold. Keep throwing that dice. So let's say you strike gold, you hit 6. What does that actually mean? Usually, that means you're making enough money to quit your job and spend 100% of your time on this newfound side hustle, which, don't get me wrong, is amazing. When you get to this stage, you're ahead. You're not working for someone else, you're working for yourself. But there is one small problem, one catch. You're probably still trading your time for money. 80% of small businesses have no employees. So there are businesses that are owner-run day in, day out. For the majority of side hustles, your goal is to convert from working in your business to on your business. To do that, you're almost always going to need to build a team of employees to help make your income passive and build the scale of your side hustle into a proper business that can create you real wealth long term. That leads to step 2. You need to transition your side hustle into a tangible hands-off business. At this stage, you need to systemize tasks, either by using people or technology, or most likely a mix of both. So for me, the big breakthrough was building a management team that runs the day-to-day of my businesses. Sounds easy, but this is the toughest but most rewarding phase of building wealth. Every part of your side hustle you make non-reliant on you. Every pound or dollar you make not through your direct labor, but the labor of the people and technology working on your behalf is truly passive income, and most importantly, the route to building true wealth. When you've successfully identified a side hustle, converted it into a profitable passive business, you're then going to have all the time in the world to focus on step 3. Take your learnings and repeat. But better yet, compared to when you started your first side hustle, you'll be in a position of having time and money to invest in other ideas, other investments. You won't need to grind in the early mornings or the late evenings around a job you hate. You can focus on how you take your winnings, your recurring winnings from your current passive business, and apply it to something new. That's how I spend most of my time now. That's how I've had the time and money to start this YouTube channel. See you in the next video.